The Concealed Truth, and it's going to be a mystery story, a real-life enigma that will keep you guessing until the very end. I'm going to tell you first how it ends, so you can keep the facts straight in your mind. The renowned author was married, but her husband had a mistress, and she was about to lose him to this other woman. In fact, her husband was just about to leave her for his mistress when she decided to take drastic action. You have this now? It's crucial. The author's husband wants to leave her for another woman, and she conceives a plan to make it appear as though she's the victim. The author would make it seem as though her husband had murdered her and let the authorities do the rest. Her husband would be tried, convicted, and executed. Then she could turn up later with feigned amnesia. No one would ever suspect a thing. Perfect crime, right? And mystery buffs, please don't feel cheated because you know more than you should, because despite all that you've heard, you'd never ever guess the concealed truth. One frosty night, December 1926, a car was found at the bottom of a chalk pit in Newlands Corner, England. Inside that car was a fur coat belonging to the author, and it seemed as though she had vanished into thin air. The police did suspect murder, and the author's husband was interrogated. Where had he been on the night in question? Well, he explained he'd been at a dinner party celebrating his engagement to his mistress. The detectives looked at each other, and it was clear they thought he was guilty. Was he at the party all evening? No, he had received a telephone call from his wife, and he had to leave to calm her down. Did he? Well, yes, he went home, but nobody was there. So he returned to the party, and his alibi was shaky at best. If the detectives prejudged the author's husband guilty, you can imagine why. Because his testimony was terribly incriminating. Meanwhile, a massive search effort was underway, with 2,000 people scouring a 40-square-mile area for the missing author. The authorities dragged the deep water hole near the chalk pit, tracking dogs and light planes searched the area, and publicity mounted steadily. The London newspapers were calling the incident the crime of the century, and the Daily News offered £100 for any information leading to the solution of the mystery. And who is being asked not to leave town? The author's husband, of course. Obvious motive, mistress involvement, no alibi. And of course, you knew he didn't do it. You knew the author was hiding out, waiting for her husband to be convicted of murder and sent to the gallows. You knew because I told you. But there's something you didn't know. The author had figured everything out except for one thing. She had left the ignition keys off when she pushed the car into the pit, so police would know that it was pushed and not driven. She'd even left a fur coat in the car, and it was very cold that night, remember? So when investigators found it, they would not suspect that she had left the scene herself. Yes, the author had figured it all out, but she didn't count on being recognized. 12 days after her disappearance, her famous face was spotted on the other side of England. For not only was the author well known, but she of all people should have been able to get away with murder. For the author, the real-life almost murderess, was the mistress of mystery, Agatha Christie, and now you know. The Concealed Truth.